Hey, what is up YouTube? It's Adam back here, and today I have a very special video because today I am showcasing my custom Boba Fett and Fennec Shand from the Book of Boba Fett series. So I made these figures based off of the current trailers and clips that I could see from the show, since Boba Fett and Fennec both have some small, to sort of large changes regarding their character design from The Mandalorian and various other appearances they've made. So yeah, I just decided that I was finally going to do a show that would be a timely release with a YouTube review, because I don't think I've ever done that. I didn't do that with The Bad Batch, haven't done it with any of the movies, so this is sort of a first for me, but I'm finally happy that I was able to get one of these done, basically. It is only 2 figures, but I put a lot of work into both of these figures, and I hope you guys really like it. So yeah, we're gonna go one by one, just showcasing all the various details of these guys, and yeah, hopefully you like it. And also, if you haven't entered the giveaway for the custom Boba Fett armor sets that I've made, I'm giving away 4 of those, 2 on Insta, 2 on YouTube. So if you haven't, go ahead and enter that. It's my previous YouTube video. You can go check it out. I'll leave a link in the description. And yeah, without further ado, let's get right into this showcase. Alright, so starting off with Fennec, because I figured we would save Boba Fett for last, since he is, you know, the main character, but I figured we'd do Fennec first. So this figure originally is using the base, you know, Lego helmet that came in the light cruiser. So I really wanted to use a custom one, but I actually felt like Lego did a really good job with the one they made, so I felt like it wasn't too necessary. And it also made my job a lot easier, just being able to focus on the body and the weapon, which you'll see I added a lot more details to the weapon, which, speaking of, is a MKM blaster. I'm not sure if that's the technical name, but this is the brick arm's name. So I gave it a little sling with some various square pattern details and some gray on the barrel, and then the detailing on the top of the scope includes the orange and the silver going around. And yeah, I just gave it a sling, one, because if she's holding it like so, then it looks a bit better, but also so it could go over her shoulder, as I just showed. But yeah, so the Lego helmet, pretty much just, it was a decision that I made, and I think it worked out pretty well. But yeah, both the blaster and that were pretty much the only pieces that I actually painted onto. The rest was pretty much just you know, sculpting. I had to make all of these parts from scratch. So yeah, moving on, you can see the gunmetal color, or the silver color that I painted her helmet. You can see the various details and weathering that I gave her, and then the black stripes that go all the way around. And yeah, just a lot of detailing. I gave it a little bit of a black wash, and then I added some black to some of the dents to make it a little bit more realistic. And yeah, other than that, the only thing that I added to the helmet really was the hair, which is 2 strands of Procreate that I twisted together to simulate her ponytail, or whatever you want to call it. And then I sculpted and painted a little string on the end to simulate the little band keeping it together. So yeah, other than that, the black torso that I used, I painted over just to give that matte color, and then I sculpted on the main 2 armor pieces, the belt and here, this little triangular piece. And then I gave her 2 pockets as well, which I painted with some silver and red details. And yeah, then I just added gray on the 2 pieces that I sculpted. And then on the arms, I added some electrical tape just to simulate the different pieces that she has on her armor. And then on the bottom, I also added electrical tape, but instead of multiple tiny pieces like the top of the arm, they were 1 single piece that I painted 3 orange stripes on, which go all the way around, and even on the back side. And then the top of the torso, you'll notice Fennec in her outfit, she has these little things coming off her shoulder that are sort of act like plates almost. And I added those two. Those are just two separate pieces of Procreate that I bended around a piece of just a little end of a paintbrush, and just give them that bend, and then I glued them on. So yeah, it does allow the arms to rotate without you know, like removing them unless you go all the way up, which is nice as well. And then the other arm is pretty much the same, except she has her shoulder pad, or her elbow pad I mean, and yeah, the electrical tape on the top of the arm again. So yeah, other than that, she just has the same orange stripes, and then she also has the back detailing, which just has the continuation of some electrical tape with some gray stripes and the black matte finish. And then her cape is pretty much one of my capes, which I actually just painted black, and then I cut it so it's sort of at an angle as it goes back and around. And then she has a the triangular pattern on that cape as well, and then she has a little piece of electrical tape in the middle there as well, right there, that you can see, which is just to add more detail. And underneath the cape as well, there are various pieces of electrical tape I lined up just to make little markings. You can see the pattern that I made with the black lines there. And yeah, other than that, just three stripes of orange going around the legs too, which is on top of an electrical tape piece, just to add more detail. And yeah, that is pretty much Fennec. She's using the original Lego head from the cruiser as well, which likes to get stuck to the helmet. But yeah, it's just that. I know some people use the darker colored head from, I don't remember which character it is, but I'm pretty sure Lego Medic 9 or Aaron used a medium nougat color for the head. This one, I had it. I figured it resembles her likeness to a reasonable extent, so I figured why not use it. But yeah, you can see a better picture of, or a better shot of the hair there. So yeah, and it just goes right back on, right into place. And yeah, that is pretty much Fennec, or Fennec, not Fennec, Fennec. But yeah, so if you guys have any additional thoughts or detailing that I missed, let me know. But I think I got all of it. We'll see as we get more shots of her in the show if I missed anything. But yeah, let's move on to Boba. Alright, so here is Boba, and this is pretty much a mashup of custom painted and sculpted parts by me, and pretty much just armor pieces by Nate's Minifigs. This figure in particular utilizes the Hunter armor set from Nate, which isn't really meant for Boba. I know he has a Boba specific helmet, but I just sort of modified it because it's the only thing I had on hand at the moment when I made this about a month or two ago. So yeah, other than that though, this just having those armor pieces available just made this figure so much easier. I could not imagine trying to sculpt all of these pieces. So yeah, the helmet, front torso, both the pieces on the arms, knee pad, back plate, and jetpack are all Nate minifig pieces. So yeah, thank you to him for that. But yeah, starting off with the helmet, you can see the shade of green I used for this is a mix of sort of a forest green and olive green. It's just sort of a choice I made. I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, and that's pretty much all I have to say about that. But the dark red is also it comes out a lot lighter. Both these colors come out a lot lighter on camera than they actually are in person. I'm not sure why that's happening, but anyways, the dark red color is also a mix of a brick red color and some white paint that I used, which are both apple barrel colors. And yeah, other than that, the helmet just has a bunch of gray detailing along with silver detailing as well. Just, I really wanted to capture every scratch, every dent he has, and I think I did an okay job of that. But yeah, you can see I even made the helmet dent sort of recreated with some silver paint. And then he has markings going along the side of his helmet as well, up at the top, and then the beige on the side over here with the white, and then over here is the same beige color with some silver and black on the left. And then his antenna is also painted in a silver color and black color. And then you can see the sides also, the sides of the helmet also have the cheek area, which right underneath the red, which has two different shades of green, sort of more of an olive green than the mix that I had for the rest of the figure. And then on the back you can see the dark red stretches around along with the silver detailing. And yeah, other than that, I think that is it for the helmets. I am just using a flesh head currently. I'll make a more accurate one that I can actually show off at some point. Unfortunately, I didn't have the head that I needed on hand, and it's still out for delivery at some point. So we'll see when I can get around to doing that. But yeah, for the torso, it consists of the front torso plate, which is here, which was just glued on, and then I sculpted the little scarf on top of it, which I'm not sure exactly what it is, honestly. I just like to call it a scarf because that's what it looks like. But Cobb Vanth had it as well, and so I just sculpted that on, added some little creases into it, and then painted it black and draped it over the top of it. And then I painted the torso plate the same green that I did the helmets, and added some various details and weathering. And then the belt is electrical tape that I painted Mornfang brown, and then added two pockets on the right, a pocket in the center, which I painted gold, and then I cut up some Procreate on the left using various strands and just made an ammo belt out of that. And then I put an additional piece of electrical tape over the top of that. And then onto the arms. The arms have a sculpted piece on the top. The rest of it is just Nate Minifig's gauntlets and his shoulder pads, but I did add gray stripes to the piece on the top, and then I painted the shoulder pads a yellow color, and then I added the symbol on the torso, or on the shoulder pad, with the red and then the white underneath. And then the gauntlet has various dark red and silver details along with the missile you can see there, which I added the tip with an orange color. And then on the other side you can see the same thing except minus a couple details and a different gauntlet. But it does have a couple tubes that are running from the gauntlet out to the back of the arm. And then you can see I gave him a Bricklink, I think it's an EE3 blaster technically, just the classic Boba blaster. And then the jetpack is connected to a backplate, which is removable and has a magnet, or a couple magnets, so you can just snap it right back into place. And yeah, the backplate's painted the same green along with the jetpack. And if we just adjust that to drive my OCD crazy, you can see just the various details that I added, just the red in the center, and then the yellow on the nozzles, and then right above, or right by the missile on the top, there's the yellow piece as well, or the yellow paint as well. And then the back also has a little belt, which if I take this off, you can see the two little pockets there. Not too much detailing there, just felt like it wasn't really necessary, so yeah. And then from there we have the legs, which I sort of tried to emulate what's going on in the front with some various sculpting details that weren't going to be too just like out there, I guess, just too noticeable. So I just painted some gray outlines around it, sculpted these two little pieces, and sort of tried to emulate the capes that were draping over the front, just not to like show over all of the detailing that I did on the legs as well. So yeah, the knee pads are Nate's Minifigs as well, and I just pretty much painted them yellow, and painted the black circle and then a white circle on top of that, just to simulate the various details he has there. And then the cape itself is electrical tape that I just sort of draped around the legs. I sort of like to have it this way, not being connected technically to the piece, just so I can sort of bring it out and like have it be more natural to how a cape would be actually look if if he was walking or something. So yeah, it helped not constrain the figure as well. And other than that, just the feet have some gray detailing that just simulates his boots as well. And then you can see the small little gray details on the side there as well. So yeah, that is Boba Fett. I don't think I missed anything, but I had a really fun time making these figures, and I hope you guys liked watching this showcase as well. But yeah, this is the first sort of timely showcase I've done for a show, and I'm super excited that I actually did it and I got all the way through it. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more, and this is goodbye, and have a nice